children, when he starts putting some medicine on us that cures us, it hurts. Quit. It might hurt to get better. Did you ever have your mama, when she put some medicine on you when you were young growing up, here, let mama kiss that boo-boo? God ain't going to kiss it. God's going to tell you it's time to grow up, man up, suit up, and boot up, because Jesus is coming. If it sounds a little harsh to you tonight, it's meant to be that way. Because God said it's time for you to quit carrying around your leaking issues. Get rid of the yoke that's around your neck. Get rid of the bondage that you're in. Get rid of the thing that's keeping you bound up. Get rid of that issue that you've had year after year after year problems with, and you still ain't fixed it. God's saying it's time to prepare yourself the right way. How is the right way? Born again. Born again. Simple. I'm not talking about, oh, I lay my head down to sleep. Oh, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. I'm talking about getting down on the altars and giving him what he wants to hear and what you need him to hear. There's nothing impossible with God. But listen, with you and man, these things ain't possible. But you're going to have to find out how to give it to God. We got families all over America today that's halfway. You know why? Because they ain't been fixed. What happens to a dog when you take him to, listen, what happens to the dog that gets caught by the pound? If it's a male dog, what happens to that dog? He gets neutered. So there ain't no more puppies being spread. Guess what? The reason that we don't want to get fixed is because it might cause us a little bit of uncomfort getting that way. It ain't easy, church. If it was, everybody would be doing it. And we wouldn't be walking around with so many people in the church messed up. It's time to quit daubing it with something that'll just get you by. And it's time that we put something on it that'll cure it. What is the cure? Jesus. What is the cure? Salvation. What is the cure? Deliverance. What is the cure? Set free. What is the cure? Sanctification. What is the cure? Set apart. Because I belong to him. Well, if I belong to him, then I'm not going to be running around out here acting like I belong to the world and what's in the world. Amen. Amen. You expecting a great message with a bunch of enticing words? That's what's wrong with the church today. You done been give everything that you want to hear instead of give everything that you need to hear. And God's saying it's time to get well. It's time to get healed. It's time to get delivered. It's time to get saved. It's time to get free. Look over to the neighbor next to you and ask them, are you free?
Are you free?
When they look at you, they're going to know if you are or not. Huh? How about this? There's also things that people walking around with that's leaking issues, their hearts and their minds. People are walking around with hurt hearts and hurt minds. They've just been scabbed over a little bit. They've just been doctored up a little bit, and they're still walking and they're still maintaining their life and they're still moving through this. But guess what? They're not fixed. They got issues. Well, we all got issues, Brother Glenn. Yes, we do. But it's how we fix them, and it's how we walk through them. It's how that changes us. How can we be set apart if we don't want to be fixed? How can we be set apart if we don't want to belong to him completely? It's easy to come up here and tell me you want something from God, but guess what? When it comes down to it, it's going to have to be you that gets it from God, because I can't give it to you. I can pray that you get it. And God will give it to you if you really want it. I can pray that you get deliverance, and God will give it to you if you really want it. I can pray that you get healing, and God will give it to you if you really want it. I can pray that your leaking issue be fixed, and God will give it to you if you really want it. But if you don't really want it, then don't waste God's time. Amen. Come on. It's a little bit different, isn't it? I thought I could shout this message, and I could. I could shout it. But it ain't what the Lord wants. And let me ask you a question. You don't want it sugar-coated and watered down, do you? Because that ain't going to make you grow.
Quit.
You've been, that little baby back there, precious little thing. When he gets milk, he gets burped.
Definitely. I know.
That's what's wrong with some of you today. You've grown and you still want mama to burp you. You don't need to be burped. You need to be spanked and told to get your issues straightened up. You've been waiting around on somebody else to clean up your mess. How grown do you got to be before you clean your own mess up? Think about that. Oh, this is a good preacher, Brother Glenn. Give me 5 on that. I'll take that from the elder. This is the kind of preaching that'll make you want to get free. When's the last time you really wanted to get free? Oh, wait, I'll wait till tomorrow. What if tomorrow never comes? That's why you still got this leaking issue. You've been putting everything off till tomorrow for so long that you don't even know that tomorrow's done came and gone. My. A lot of these pastors are enablers. A lot of these pastors are enablers. Because they'll let them come into the church, and as long as they'll throw a little offering in the offering bowl, then they won't preach the truth to them.
Right. Soothing to the ear.
But see, I've got something I want to tell you. I fear God. I got something else I want to tell you. Blood is on my hands if I don't tell you what you need to fix yourself with. Mama can't fix you. Daddy can't fix you. Your husband can't fix you. Your wife can't fix you. It'll be God that fixes you and you doing your part. Come on. Well, I ain't going to get shouted down tonight, am I? It's a good thing that I went to 2 shouting services before I came here tonight. This is the kind of message that sure ain't going to, I may get a few views off of it, but I ain't here for the views. I got a view for them, but I'm not going to show it to them right now. Look at what God wants from you. He wants you free. Touch your neighbor and ask them, are you going to get free? Are you going to get cleansed? Are you going to get healed? Are you going to get delivered? Final bottom line is, are you going to get set free? Because who the Son sets free is
Free indeed.
that means they can walk around with no issues leaking out everywhere. Hit him twice. Go ahead and hit him again, Troy. But be careful with him. Take that cane a hold of you. Restoring paths to dwell in. Wouldn't it be a powerful thing to be able to go out here and walk in the streets and not have no problems, issues to worry about? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine not having to deal with things that you've been dealing with for quite some time that you ain't been able to get free from yet? Can you imagine that? You might say, Brother Glenn, why are you bringing this tonight? Because the same way the Lord told me to take up that heave offering is the same way that He told me to do what I'm doing here tonight. And He gave me this scripture to give to the church. How can the church get what they need if they never get told? Because if I don't tell you, guess who the blood's on? Me. In other words, when I go before God, if I don't tell you, then God's going to say, why did you tell them? And God's going to charge me for it. I love the church. But we need to get rid of these issues that we're walking.